is Rebecca from Papeterie de Choix, and I'm here to share a flip through of my latest journal. I know it's been a while since I've done this. I was able to finish this one in less than 2 days after getting most of it done back in the summer, but all of my summer obligations are over or very near over, so I am back to making journals almost full-time. So this one is called the Charterhouse 1901, and it is made from an old book. It's a fabric cover, and I have waxed the fabric. I've not changed anything else about it except that it is waxed on the outside. It has a what do you call these? You can tell I haven't done a video in a while. Tassel. It's a tassel. A tassel with some ribbon, some old earrings, and just some, little charmy things and disassembled jewelry to, complement. On the front is like a giant journaling card, and there's a video where I made a lot of these out of images from a book. I do not have the paper in front of me to tell you what all of pages and this, that, and the other is in it, but I will have that in the description underneath the video. So, without further ado, here we go. So, the tie is a piece of ribbon. It's very stiff. I did wash it to get some of the sizing out of it, and it has retained a lot of it. So this is just a plain backed with brown craft paper, just a nice little image of a girl in a garden. Now the book is a part of a series, but unfortunately this is the only one that I found. So now that I've got the cover undone, this is the back of it, or the spine of it, and then this is the back. And I know I have a very small camera shot here, so I hope that I still have everything in shot. There we go. Okay, so in the very front cover, I covered the inside covers with a gift bag. I just absolutely loved the imagery on this gift bag, so that's what is on here, and there's a few other pieces throughout the journal that is pieces of the gift bag. In the front here is an antique, or at least vintage, postcard. It's not been written on, unfortunately, but it goes very well. I love the green and this, kind of coral red that they've got going on here. This is the package that I bought it in, so it is exactly how I bought it, and so it goes in that little tuck spot right there. This little tuck spot was made on my Brother Scan and Cut. I bought an embossing package, and I did an emboss, and then took my ink pad and just rubbed over the embossed area and then tore the corner out. I found a book. It's a little bit of a modern book, so there's a few quote-unquote modern, but even modern, this is from the 70s. So there's a few pieces in here, and then there's also several of these pages from artist's book, and this book also has a lot of the pages from the original book in it. So it just has pages. This is just a page. It's the very last page, and it had a lot of writing space, so I just folded it up. This is actually the name of the book, the Chartreuse of Parma, and Chartreuse in French is Charterhouse in English, so that's why it's called the Charterhouse. and then the date of the book, the published date or copyright date was 1901. So in here I've just got some tags that I made from the pages. This one has a little pocket. Here's an envelope that I made in a project back in the spring, and then just some pictures from a book that sort of had the colors in it that I backed with some of the pages and did some painting over. And then some pages from the actual book, and then here's some of the fabric from the tie that I ripped and glued to help hold the pages together because they are over 100 years old. So just a handful of, this is from a piano roll. This is piano roll paper, and I put it in the middle of this signature and the last signature, and I just left it plain. I've got half a dozen or so of these. I've never used it before, so I just pulled a section off and tore it, and just to experiment with it, and so this is my first time using that. So these are pages from the book. This is the title page, and here's the copyright page, and then some from a project I did probably a couple of years ago, and then here's some more pages from the back of the book. This man, I don't know if I put anything in, I think I did, that has more about him, but he did some drawings that are in the book, and that's what this is, the title for that part. And this, I made this from a full sheet of 12 by 12, and I did follow a tutorial online a long time ago. And so it's just like a double envelope that fits over the end of the page. And then here's another page out of the artist's book with some scrapbook paper that I made a pocket from. So that just fits like that, so you can put all kinds of things in there. And so the second signature, it has 3 signatures. The second signature is just more book page tags and things like that, and just a little piece of cardstock. I made a V pocket, I suppose you could say, that has some more like color coordinated things in it. Some of them from the book page. This is a piece of cardstock, and here you can see the reverse side, the debossed side, where I did some stenciling, not stenciling, some embossing, and then inked over it. And so that's a journaling card right in there. And then this is out of a nature book from the 70s. And then this is pages, a couple of pages from the Greg, what is it called? Shorthand book. And so, and then a little envelope made from dictionary pages. And then another one, this one uses this little thing here to close it. It's not an actual envelope, but you can put something in there. And then with that right there, that just keeps it closed. And then it's a belly band also with this tag there. And here's the other side of that nature book with the pink roses, and then another card, and evidently it has to fit just so. And then here's another one of those artist pages, and then another envelope that you can just put, and this is a pocket down in here, like so. And then the back side, and here's a little bitty envelope I made, and then here is a little, it's sort of like a tag, I suppose. So there's a pocket there. And then here is another, I got this piece of lace out because I saw yesterday that I had forgot to put a tie in this tag, but I realized I forgot to put one in this tag. So That's kind of long, so I'll cut that in two and move it over here. But anyway, there's a tag in here behind this, like a library card. And then here's the other, this is the other guy that I was just showing you. Here's some of his drawings there. And then just a little layered thing. And then here's the title page about his drawings there. And so that goes there. Now this is the pages are 124-ish years old, so they're you know, they've been around a minute. These are about 3 pages glued together, and then I just put a punch down the side of that one. I liked how that looked against it. And then here's a little envelope from a magazine page with a part of a different magazine, and then another one of those artist's renditions under a belly band. Here is the contents of from the original book, and then from one of the nature books, and then here is the other pin roll paper, and another, there's an artist, it goes this way, one of those artists renditions, and then a giant tag. And then here's another thing, this is a belly band, and then this lifts up so you have writing here. And I can put this back in here without. And then on this side I created a little pocket to put that in. And then here this little door opens, and then here there's 2 little matchbook notebooks. So just a little matching set there inside of a little pocket, and that goes that way. And then here is a little thing I made. I won't open it, but it's also a little notepad that goes in here in this little library card or library pocket. And then here's the tag behind. And then on this side is this is a pocket. It was a pre-made pocket, or maybe it was an envelope. I think it was actually a little envelope where I bought something and I cut the top off of it. I think it's right. And then these are just some journaling cards I made from cutting out various pieces of scrapbook paper. So I guess this actually goes in here. And then on this side is a piece, this is a piece of scrapbook paper that I just coffee stained the back and just folded it. And then this is the very last page of the book that I just put that over like that and slid that right in here. Now I was gifted this probably 2 or 3 years ago in some Happy Mail when I was still on Facebook and was doing swaps with different people in a group I was in. And I had put it in the little thing with all of these papers in, and it got pushed to the bottom, and I didn't put it actually in here anywhere, but I am going to. So I don't know yet where I'm going to put this, but I am going to put it in with this book because it's got all the right colors in it. So this will be part of it somewhere, somehow. So that is the Charterhouse 1901. So thank you all very much for watching, and thank you for being patient with what I'll call my summer duties. It has been a little bit of a wild ride this summer, and I'm glad to be back in the studio full-time, or at least 90% full-time. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you hopefully with another finished journal very soon.